If you've ever inserted a table into a Microsoft Word document and wished you had the functionality of an Excel spreadsheet built in, well, your wish just came true. You can insert an Excel spreadsheet by creating that type of table in your Word document. That's what we're going to do right now, working with this file called December Sales. We'll just click down below so our cursor's flashing below our title. Next, we'll go to the Insert tab as if we were going to insert a table. Click the Table drop-down, but this time we're going to choose Excel Spreadsheet. And when we click there, we're actually going to be creating a new spreadsheet. And the first thing that you're going to notice that happens is we have a spreadsheet down below, and we'll just scroll down so we can see all of it. And our ribbon has changed, our menu bar has appeared, and what we have here are actually Excel tools, not Microsoft Word tools. Check it out. There's a Formulas tab, a Power Pivot tab, anything you might see in Microsoft Excel. So it's like temporarily stepping into Excel while working in our Word document. Now all we have to do is size this to our liking. We can adjust our columns and so on just like we would in Excel. All we're going to do is type in some headings here. Let's type in QTY, short for quantity. Hit the Tab key here. We're at cell B1 now. We're going to type in description and hit your Tab key. Type in price, tab, and last we'll have our total. There we go. All right, obviously we need to do some fixing up with our columns. We can do that by going between the column headers. Between B and C, for example, we'll stretch out the description. Price and total look okay. And when it comes to formatting, we can use some cool tools available to us here and just change the look of our Excel table once we have some information in here. So for quantity, let's just put in some data here. We'll type in, how about 14? Description, candlestick holders, the price. Let's type in $24.99. Don't worry about the dollar signs, etc. We'll format that later. The total is actually going to be a formula now. We can go to the Formulas tab up here on the ribbon. You'll see a number of built-in formulas, all with drop-downs, but we can also just type in our formula. In this case, it's a simple one. We'll begin with the equal sign, just like we would in Excel. We'll click on the cell that's going to be used, A2. Times is the asterisk, so we put in the asterisk, and click C2 and press Enter. And there's our answer. Now what we can do is click in that cell and just drag from the bottom right corner all the way down here. We'll add a few more items. Right now they're zeros, but we'll type in some quantities here. 21 coasters, they're $10.99. And when we hit enter, you can see the total appears. Nice. Next, in the column A, row 4, or cell A4, we'll type in 5, hit the tab key. Let's type in placemats, and they're only $4.98. And we'll add one more item just so we have something to work with when we get into the formatting. Type in 16, press the tab key, and type in serving dish. And they go for $15.50. And enter. Great. Now maybe a grand total down here. That would be a sum or an auto sum. Notice that we have that on the ribbon with our Formulas tab selected. All we have to do is click and it automatically knows to take the numbers above, press enter, and there's our grand total. Okay, looks pretty good. Now for some formatting. First of all, we don't need all these blank columns and rows, so let's just resize this down and we'll make it fit nicely on our page after. But for now, we'll just size it down and bring up the bottom border as well. We don't want to hide the total, so if you go too far, just drag that handle, that double arrow down a little bit. If you click outside, no problem. Just double click inside. You're back in. And let's just drag that down one more row. There we go. So we see all of our content. And now it's time to format this. It's still selected. We're going to go up to our format options now, and you'll notice here with the Home tab selected we have Format as Table. And when you click this drop down, you'll see some of those preset formats for working with tables. Let's go to one of the green options here, maybe under Medium for medium shading. I'm going to go to Table Style Medium 7, give it a click. Automatically it knows where our data is in the table, but we could change that if we wanted to by clicking this little icon and selecting it. And our table does have a header, the quantity, description header, price, total. So we click OK, and we get that formatting. All right, let's click outside. That deselects. We're back into looking at the Word ribbon now, and we have our table, which is kind of like a graphic. If we click once, we select it. Now we can resize this. Let's go to the bottom right corner with the double diagonal arrow and just drag it out so it's a much bigger graphic. You can see there we have our table, which is really an Excel spreadsheet. And at any time, if we need to make a change, we just double click to get inside again. Let's change one of the numbers. Let's go to placemats. That should have been 15. Hit enter. Everything's updated for us. Click outside the selected spreadsheet, and we're back into our Word document looking at the end result. So that's how you can get the power of Microsoft Excel into your Word tables by inserting an Excel spreadsheet and creating it on the fly.